9. And with all that said, let's get straight into it. What's popping? What's popping, guys? Boys and girls.
What's good? Who we got in the studio? We got a very special, lovely, delicious guest is in the building with us tonight. Would you like to introduce yourself? Who's in the studio with us this evening?
Oh yes. I'm here today. My name is Yabuji. So Mamo, you will know today. You will know today.
Yabuji is in the building, guys.
Oh yes.
Welcome to Straight from Concentrate.
I think you guys know who she is. You saw her blowing up this week, all over the timeline, all over the Instagram, all over the everywhere you lot don't read your books and focus your attention. Yeah, man. So we had to get her in the studio. You know we're ahead of the curve. We like to keep it hot, fresh, unfiltered, undiluted.
Honestly, I don't even used to know again. I don't know. Let me not even lie to you.
Turn on your subtitles, guys. You know.
I hope we got English subtitles.
I'm grateful and for feet.
Yes.
Oh wow.
No.
Do you know what it is? I just used to go on my phone. I want to post it on my private story, that video.
Yeah.
More upload the main story me.
Swear.
More soon. I want to go and sleep. My sister come and say, Yabuji, you're going viral. I say, Say me ba mi leni.
You're viral.
I'm so happy of you. Even Tian Wayne, who like me say everything Wayne. He post me. I say God is good. NSG, Oluwagbese mi bi o ti bob. They posted
you as well. Oh,
I say wow. I say wow, celebrity name me.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So you're chilling with the big boys now.
Oh yes.
With your goons.
True.
So,
yeah, I will goons, my own fans.
Yabuji, Abigail, are you in between the two? Are you? How many personalities are there? Tell us a little bit.
How many personalities are there?
Yeah.
Did you see the change?
Yeah, you see, you've just come back to normality. So there's a lot of Nigerian English guys.
This is Abigail right now.
Yeah. Hello, Abby.
Then I won't go and see me. I won't fancy me. She's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. That's Eboji.
Eboji. Okay.
Then we got Oluwagbese mi bi o ti ba. That's Iyabuji.
Okay.
That is Oluwagbemi so Abigail's mom.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So how did you form them?
Do you know what it is? When I'm bored, I just literally put my phone and I'm just like camera lights action and it just comes out. But mainly because I go to CNS Church.
Okay.
So
what's CNS Church?
Keribu and Seraphi, so white garment church, predominantly Nigerian.
Okay. Shout out
just like the angels.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
So when I see my aunties do Thanksgiving, I kind of get my ideas from that. They're just so hilarious.
Yeah.
They're so.
But that's the thing. I've seen that growing up, but I can't do it. I can't, replicate it the same way you do it, or the way you do it, bro. That's crazy.
No, but to understand
it.
When you're born, Honda's anything can come out of it.
So you're gonna hear a lot of Nigerian stuff today. You just have to deal with it. We've already told you after Afro Nation. Let us have our moment.
I lie.
So how much would you say? Because obviously, white garment church, I know all about it. We go to the same church. How much do you think? How much do you draw from the culture when you get these person? Because what I found so funny about the videos was it's hugely comical, but it's also very relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's real shit that you see there.
Every Sunday.
You know what? I take a lot from the cultural side, but you know what is funny about it? With like watching aunties and everything, they are so bloody hilarious.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're being serious.
They don't even know it.
They don't even know it. Imagine
crazy.
Today, one of our aunties did Thanksgiving and she said, I can't even believe what I'm gonna say times about bench me, I'm dreaming. All of them just rush and go and
start pinching
our body. Like it's just so hilarious.
So are we seeing that video on Tuesday or Monday? Or which
Well, I don't really say wrong about that one.
Okay.
You're gonna say something crazy anyway.
Okay. No, it's crazy, man.
Back and forth. All right, I like it. All right, we'll check some topics at you. So yeah, that's Abigail. She's in the studio with us. She likes to be known as the Yabuji or the OT pop stuff that you look can't start creaming your pants about. Yeah, that's it. Obviously we'll be plugging out her socials and everything throughout the show. And now, as you know that already, 07999 981 569 if you want to call in at Straight from Concentrate, the usual handle. You should know it by now. If you want to tweet us or get at us on the Insta DMs. Moving forward.
Even a lot of relationships relationships, it's like they're just in the testing as well. Like,
no, I think relationships is a cheeky word to use now.
Yeah,
a lot of things are just ships, just floating, no definition, one law, north and south. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, what?
That's not.
That's what I think makes it volatile, because you get on the timeline sometimes, and this is another thing I'm gonna say. Obviously, Abigail, maybe when you're not in character, like, I understand people are comedians and they're influencers and they're this and they're that, and so some stuff goes out for comedic value, but at the same time, you sometimes see some really like fucked up shit, and these people are being deadly serious with it. So you look at that logic, the way certain people tweet and talk about relationships and stuff now, and you think, this is just toxic.
Yeah.
Putting this in a house with another person, this is a recipe for
a disaster.
For a disaster. That's what I think makes it volatile. And then there's this whole narcissism now, you understand? This
where everyone feels
I.
I deserve this, I deserve that.
Passionate.
Fuck the partner.
There's no more collaboration. It's more like, I have to have this, I have to have that. Because, that type of thing. So I feel like, do people even want to, I said this on a few shows ago, we're even talking about moving in together. Do people even want to be getting married anymore? People are becoming like corporations, just standalone, competing against each other and interacting when they need to for financial gain. Am I lying?
No, it's the truth.
But then there's a lot of marriages that seem like proper on the outside that are exactly the same as like the corporation that you described just now.
Yeah, well, I mean, but like, that's a whole other. But I mean, you still made the decision to get married, essentially. So I would say, tough luck. I'm talking about
deal with it.
If you haven't, I feel like if you are gonna do it, it would be very good to just have a lot of things established on ground from the onset. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that cause problems in situations like that. Maybe money, maybe who's gonna do this, who has control of what, who watches the TV, so on and so forth. So I feel like moving in together, maybe establish your ground rules at the beginning. If you poo, only use the upstairs toilet. Only wee in the downstairs toilet. Little rules like that. Wash your plate if you finish. Push the toothpaste from the bottom and not from the middle.
Not from the middle, not from the top either.
Don't leave what's the brown thing? The toilet roll.
Whatever that's there. Yeah.
And so on and so
Mop
forth.
the floor when you finish in the bathroom.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, let's maybe just be traditional. My thing is, okay. So do you think this is another one? Do you feel if people in a relationship move in together, they will? Do you think it hinders the possibility of marriage, or do you think it makes marriage less probable?
That depends on the experience, though. What do you think?
Well, personally, I would say it depends on how long they've been together.
Yeah.
Because
shout out Taylor.
You know what? Yeah, it depends on how long they've been together. As if they've been together for years and they understand each other. Whereas if they get married and they just move in together, as soon as they get married, it's like you're being thrown into the deep end. Someone would put the spoons on the top shelf. You may put the spoons on the bottom shelf. You don't know how to. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So.
But I see it more like, okay, the whole traditional thing is, because all the girls are virgins in the room anyway. Don't know about everyone else in London. Good girls. See how she's smiling, angelic. That's cut fitness, ladies and gentlemen. But what I'm essentially saying is not necessarily about arguing about things. I mean more the whole, well, this kind of should be a after marriage step in the traditional setup. Yeah. So if you're kind of in that way and doing all that things and all the marriage behavior already, having subverted all that cost that comes with marriage, wouldn't you just sit down and think, well, don't you think there's that kind of possibility to feel like, well, what's the point?
It's that thing where
because living together, you're going to acquire more cost bearing in mind. So more is going to start going out, and then you have to think about a wedding. I don't know. What do you think?
Who normally pushes for a wedding in a relationship?
Again, I think that's going to be just stereotype. We would say it should be the woman,
female,
but it's not always the case.
Most of the time, it is, bro.
Not always the case. Not on paper.
That's the fantasy. I feel like that's every woman's fantasy to get married, settle down, have kids, start a family.
Do you feel like it is, or feel like it's
run off into the sunset?
Oh God, he's mugging it.
I feel like it's being taught.
This guy's mugging it. Thank you.
Riding unicorn.
Prince Charming into the sunset. This guy's taking the absolute piss.
Oh my gosh. I feel like it's being taught mainly because culturally, my mom will always be like, Koshienti, what's that your pint? Because it's dirty when you have husband. Everything is when you have husband. So it's been installed into her head that, you know what?
It's like you're not
I need
even
to
living
grow up
for
to
yourself.
have husband. You know what I'm saying? If I say to my mom, if I don't want to have husband, I want to live my life. I have 5 boyfriends. You think she's gonna be happy of that? She want me to marry. So I feel like it's being taught, like especially in African culture, you have to marry. That's their goal. If you don't marry, what is the point?
So just to interject here, we have Taylor. Yasmin, she has put 2 comments here, so we'll leave the living with someone because we've left that. But she said, as a woman, I think it's best to get engaged at least. You don't want to give a man too much pre-access. Are you a bank account? Are you a property?
What?
Access to
does
what?
that mean?
Precisely.
No, come on.
Wait, no.
Oh, you need to.
No, wait, hang on.
No, you have to call up and explain that.
At least get engaged.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
That could easily just be a cop out for anyone then. Oh, okay, cool. Let's get engaged then.
999
Let me ask her to marry me and keep her there for 10, 15, 25 years while she's engaged though. You're engaged though, that's what you want.
What does the engagement do for you? Isn't that what did it? I was looking for a certified phrase.
So this is like basically a talking stage of the marriage, basically.
The talking stage for 18 years that doesn't go anywhere. You know, engagements as well can be tricky. Everything is time limited. Engagements too can be another rock and a hard place. Got it.
Bruh, you know,
Her name, by the way, she's trying.
Oh yeah, it's saying. Okay, let me stop there. I don't know the rest. Continue.
So yes, you wanted to call up about your comment, I'm assuming.
Yeah, what are you saying? Please explain that, please.
Speaking from a point of a woman that obviously is living with her current partner,
okay.
I think, sorry, I'm not sure if I put the other girl's name. I agreed with some of the points she was, Abigail. That's it. I agree with like obviously some of the points that she's saying, because I feel like when you reach, I don't know, maybe like for people like myself that were thrown into independence at such a young age, or maybe you were thrown into living by yourself, you're always going to be comfortable in your space and in your environment. So, you know, so to be a woman that maybe I've been living by myself since maybe 18 to 22, I'm 26 now, right? The concept of marrying somebody that I've never lived with literally just makes my soul a bit funny, because there are so many things when you live with somebody, and you know, it's not just simple stuff like, oh, they put food on the top shelf, you put it on the bottom. Some people really have like nasty habits, and sometimes you live with somebody.
What, like what?
No,
They don't wash their pints.
For instance,
They don't wash their pints or what?
Yeah, like one of my friends, I've heard stories where, you know, women have went into a relationship, they've fallen head over heels, and you think, okay, let me just stay at his house for 3 months, only to stay there and you find out that he has duty stains in his boxers. Or like one of my friends, he joined the church 6 months later he was married, only to move in with her and find out that she stored all her plates under the bed.
That's dirty.
You get what I mean? Like,
She's dirty.
Don't wash their plates.
Disgusting.
They don't wash their plates.
Oh, they say she lacks manners. Not even just washing your pints.
They don't wash their plates.
Like that. But at the same time, I feel like I don't know, maybe it's just like African tradition. I feel like as a woman, when you live with somebody, yes, you both are having sex, so you're both transferring the
Okay, so none of us have sex because we're all virgins. But most important.
People like me that are dirty little hoes.
Okay, you rotten little thing.
Whoa.
We love it. So just to pull you back, because that's what we wanted to attack you about. I mean, discuss with you about. You said it's good for a woman to get engaged at least. So it's not good to give a man too much pre-access. What can you just give us some context? Flesh that out a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, without trying to sound cheeky, when you live with somebody, you basically close your market. Like you close your market. Like it's just very hard living with somebody and finding out that okay, they're a nice person, but maybe in regards to marriage, I don't know about this. You can't just move out. You can't just leave and not come home. So you're tied in a kind of like a deeper way. Yeah. So when I say like not to give somebody free access, this is for the men as well. It's just kind of like
trying to be covert, and I'm on the Instagram live. Go on, sorry.
Like unless you believe in marriage, like as a man and for a woman, there's a difference between saying, okay, yeah, somebody's my boyfriend or my girlfriend, I can see myself marrying them, and being a man and saying, I see myself marrying this woman. I've gone to the shop and bought a ring. I've gone down on one knee and proposed to her. Sorry,
So just to think, because I feel like we just will run up and down in circles and not even really make a triangle. Don't you think, you see, because I'm listening to everything you're saying and I kind of agree with it, but don't you think there's too much ideology behind this stuff sometimes. Like, there's too much. I've watched, we've watched too much Shrek and seen how he got Fiona and the Prince Charming and all this happy ending and Rapunzel and all that crap.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes, and this is why I say narcissism, and we've all got elements of it.
Yeah. We're
kind of too much warped in our own wants, needs, and desires, some which are unwarranted in my opinion, or even undeserved, whereby we now use that as a measuring stick, or in most cases a beating stick, unfairly against other people. Not to be rude or disrespectful, but we have here Bouge in the building, and we hear lots of her joke is, did you wash your pint? So if one of your friends can say, well, I lived with this guy for 3 months and he had an off skidder in his boxer on the one day, cool. You want to tell me she's never had no discharge stain in her panty or no little leakage in her panty? Wow! You want to tell me? No, do you get what I'm saying? No, hold on. Equal opportunities and that. You don't want to tell me she's never had no stain in her panty, bro. That's is 10
so
pence.
True. That
is right. 10 pence. So what is there is somebody who's so self-absorbed and worried about what is right about the way they perceive things. They haven't realised that for the speck that they're looking at in that person's eye, there's a whole fucking tree in yours. And this is the problem. This is what I was just talking about, why moving in together can be so difficult, because people are so narcissistic, they're so toxic. Okay, this is the whole purpose of an undergarment, so that you have a skid mark in your boxers and not on your Levi's. Do you understand? That's why it's an undergarment. Okay, so when she does
that's what it's there for, bro.
When she does her period for the month, don't wear your sanitary towels in. Don't put your tampon in and see how that plays out for you. Let's not be silly.
But the thing is, like, these things really annoy some people, in it, or it's just nice to know for some people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do believe that certain social media traits have made certain points of relationships very unrealistic. But I don't know. I think it really depends on
most
you. I feel like
there's
a very
can't give consent and then take it back. But I feel like but there's a law that says you can, but this situation isn't it. It's not it. It ain't it, Chief. Because all it is, like, it's never been a crime to play the game.
The game is the game.
Play the game. When did it become a crime?
I just see that. I thought it was a guy, to be fair. I didn't look at the Avi.
Yeah, it was a woman.
But I was going to say, listen, the game is the game. That being said, if we want to go on your logic, then all these girls out here with their long necks and deep stomachs getting all these free, are they doing petty theft?
They'll be opening them up. You have the shite money. Do you have money to take me so shot?
Of course. For me, like, it sounds
stupid
so...
girls.
Thank you. It sounds so...
That's that narcissism.
Disrespectful, but is it not the truth? Mm-hmm. That we talked about it before, transactional intimacy. Yeah. You have something, I want. I have something, you want. Now we're at the negotiating table. Okay. Oh, I don't even want to take it there because I'm keeping it PG.
Why?
But is it not the game at the end of the day? That's the basic 100%. Thing I can say. Is it not accepted that some interactions are even just purely of that nature?
Yeah.
So why would it? That I just feel like some people.
So would it be sexual assault?
Bad
because there was someone came up with with like a way to sort of corroborate or to, like, make. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's not coming to me. But basically, to justify that statement, there's a law that says deception. It's like this deception.
Rape by deception.
Rape by deception. That's the one.
My girlfriend.
Wow.
So even if guy wants to break my girl down straight in it, will it work? But I get how these girls are feeling though. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. It actually hurts. Imagine you pretend to like me. Next thing you know, these girls, they are not offering pints. Bosa, you've gone. Can you imagine that? It's painful.
Yeah, exactly, but it doesn't go as far as sexual assault.
It's not. You can't say it's sexual assault.
Yeah, it's not sexual assault at all.
That one there.
Because Ishai didn't force you to off your pint. When he was saying baby me, sweetie me, that's how you went to go and off your pint. It didn't beg you. It's you that off your dirty pint.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, I will see sexual assault. I be beg you. He tie you down.
No, this is it.
Just to be saying baby to your yes.
You were ready. Those legs spread wide open.
The most dangerous thing in it is, like you said, the fact that there's actually a charge that goes hand in hand with this.
That's crazy.
Rape by deception. Because there will be some females who will look at that and say, yeah.
Tell me a more laughable offence.
That's logic. Oh. Mate, you'd be surprised. The way they'll bang people up for it will shock you. It will look like a joke until it's not. You know, it's just not sexual. It is the game. More time, if we want to be honest with ourselves, everything starts out as game and then morphs into something along the way.
Yeah.
Very few times does it start out, daffodils and daisies. Starts out poison ivy and
do me, I do you.
Do me, I do you. No vex. Like everybody knows. So I think it was a big reach, and it's another phenomenon I think that happens on social media whereby somebody has a quote unquote traumatic personal experience.
And they try to project that onto everyone else.
Yeah, because it's like a diary for them. What has actually happened is there's a guy that has just spun her jaw, dug out her guts, and now she's come to be doing Mystic Mego.
Think pieces.
Yeah. Writing a flipping policy directive online, like coming to do D3.
Man said it should be classified as sexual assault.
It shouldn't be. Sexual assault should be sexual assault.
Exactly.
You know, all this bandying and
mad disrespectful to the actual victims, you know, because
exactly.
It's like, bro, it's like telling me as a sexual assault victim. No, I'm not a sexual assault victim, but if I was a sexual assault victim, like telling me that basically you whatever happens to you is meaningless is basically the same shit. It's on the same level as that.
Well, yeah, that's the cheekiness. But I mean, that's Twitter, isn't it? You can say what you want and go viral. And
Charlemagne said the other day on some one news thing. He said that social media gives the minority a voice.
Yeah, I would agree.
The minority a bigger voice.
You know, to be fair, no, I would say it gives the majority a voice.
The majority?
Yes, because it's reverse. If you look at it in sense of how the world operates, everything is in reverse. The minority are operating as the majority. The majority are being subjected to minority. Do you get what I'm saying? So we're actually the majority, but we don't have the power of a majority. But social media gives us a voice. Because, okay, they say the top 1% have all the wealth. But how many of them are there? There can't be as many as the people that are poor. But they would, so if you look at it in that sense, they're actually the minority. You just have more control over the resources.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Definitely.
But yeah, that giving a voice, I mean, I think it was good in its inception. And we've seen good things like, again, the Abigail, when you can just put out your video and it can blow up and go viral, and it's good like that.
You know?
But on the flip side,
accidental.
Yeah, accidentally lucrative. But on the flip side, we also see that the same way it can work just as quickly negatively. Yeah. So I don't think we still got to the right place in terms of maybe quote unquote regulation on social media. Yeah. Because think of it, sometimes when you see even I don't know if you guys remember the shooting they did in New Zealand and in the years, like, do you know how long that live was on Facebook?
Oh yeah. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it.
I heard about
it
like an hour and a half later, and I still got to meet the live. Well, what is the point of taking it down at that point?
Exactly. My mom
but then that's the thing. A lot of
people was up.
You can't watch like however many billion people who are on.
No, watch everybody at the same time, but I'm just saying, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't give a damn. I'm not the one making money from social media.
Because people are making fake accounts. People are having burner accounts just to upload a video,
but you look at some people and just think, have you got any chest? You've got no chest bone at all. Some people got to make a whole fake account just to write something to your MCN or your WCW.
So, you know what it takes to create a fake account?
You know what it takes to make a fake Insta?
You need a fake number.
Are you a Yahoo
you need
boy?
a recovery email.
These are Yahoo boys, bro. All of them. You're Yahoo boys. You must be. Do you know what it takes to make a new email? I look at people like, I legit know somebody, FBI, I always say FBI levels. They have nothing less of about 6 to 8 accounts of every social media.
Mate.
If they need to tell Aisha now something, they have the account for that.
Oh, gosh.
If they need to tell me something, they have the account for that. If they want to tell one celebrity to cuss their mum, they have, come on. When they now want to come and do happy is that, they'll post on there. This is my home account, as they call it. This is the home league.
Bruh, social media is literally just an extension of your imagination.
The level even is important now.
Oh shit! So it can't be on the first floor. It has to be what?
Even the second floor.
How many floors has the show got?
14, I believe. 22. Aisha. How many floors was the shard? She went viral. She knows these things. I know Nando's is all on one floor. So all that shard business, someone else.
So what does it get more expensive the higher up you go? Because
I'm not gonna lie to you, I've not been there.
I haven't been past the bottom floor.
And that's because
it gets more expensive as you get.
So it gets more expensive. Okay, because I saw this tweet on Twitter and thought,
if you're at Vertigo at the show.
No.
Of course you know my
Did
you even take your mommy to the shop before?
Exactly.
Not again.
I saw a picture the other day of a guy's dish. It was literally a little shank of chicken. It's just it was like the skin. It was literally just a little bit thicker than the skin of chicken, sprinkled with some sweet corn.
And they will ask you for $2,000 and your mum.
Apparently that dish cost 50 quid.
It's a lie.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's not lie to ourselves. We don't give a shit about the shit. You're buying the experience. You're buying the Instagram.
Exactly. It's just like going on holiday.
You know, a lot of people return those bottles afterwards. I've seen it in my visions.
Your visions?
The £5,000 bottle of Projado Must Smile. Yeah. I don't even know if that's a real thing.
Just catch me ordering it on video. Catch me collecting it.
No, you know what happens? As soon as the waiter goes to pop it.
Don't do that.
Stop.
That is naughty.
We didn't. Don't be too
forward. We didn't agree on this one.
You know where you have to signal the waiter. No, come on.
It's like I can't read mouth language. I can't lip sync.
You know, I think this just to be a little bit comical.
Lip read.
This is why the Conservatives have managed to stay in power for so long, because everybody is busy pretending to be rich and you are not rich, but you are telling everybody you are rich. So
exactly, and then fighting for that cause, that for the rich people cause, when you're not actually on the level.
The funny thing is, I don't actually have any problem with rich or opulence or going to the shard and stuff, but I grew up in a time whereby if you saw a certain car or a certain brand or something, you knew that person was well-to-do.
Yeah.
Lawyers drove BMs
exactly.
and Mercs and so
now
on and
people
so
are selling their souls just to get the car.
DXB, we've talking about getting shot on in Dubai, but that's a whole other story. You know, sorry, she doesn't like those things.
I don't like that.
They go to Dubai, man.
I've forgotten the word. It's good.
People used to poop.
People used to poop on somebody.
On their chest, yes.
Hi! This people are dating.
Yes.
So people, so you will lie down, people poop.
Yes, and take money.
That person lacking.
If you've ever seen
DXB.
If you've ever seen Two Girls in One Cup, I saw that when I was very young. I've been traumatized since.
Apparently it's fake glass, but
it's fake what?
Glass.
Fake glass?
Yeah. Or maybe I saw 3 girls, 1 cup. I don't know.
But do you even know what they were doing in that video?
It's dirty.
Yeah, that they were shitting into the cup and then
eating
it, then vomit back in.
And put them out.
Oh my god.
What are these sugar babies going for? Wait,
how much of the
How much of it? We need that gift. The whites do it too. Okay. So, just so they all know that it's equal opportunities. They're going out to DXB too, fam. And they're having a whale of a bloody time.
GG. Well done.
0799981569. We don't know if you called.
Whoever called. Just call back in it. Line's still open there.
Image gap. Yeah, exactly. So, the thing is, have the opulence if you've earned it.
Yeah.
But you see, a lot of people, it's like, this is why what makes social media toxic, because you know you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know you're a piece of shit. But you go and get a really nice dress, which they do return. Listen, you see this influencer world, it's a scum.
Gold dust on shit.
Even, see the people, I've always said this. If there are idiots with money, somebody will always try to find something to sell to them.
Yeah, exactly.
That isn't to say everybody that indulges in those things are idiots. What I'm saying is that this whole perception that everybody, like I get on the timeline sometimes and I laugh and I think all of you fucking people are not rich, but you just come on there.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to. They no broke nigger. I don't want to do this. I don't want to.
What have you got? What have you actually got other than your labia?
Because you saved $2,000 in your account, in your business account.
What $2,000 in what business account, my friend? Stop telling me garbage and barnacles. You see, when I see that now, that you see, because like I said, right from the top of the show,
half of that belongs to the bank.
No, it's true. We've always said the female empowerment, the male empowerment, but you see some tweets and some rhetoric, and it's like, shut the hell up. What qualifies you? Are you even? I saw one tweet, and the girl gave such a conducive response, and I was like, yes. A lot of these girls will tweet about a lot of all this shit, but they are not even qualified to be in the spaces where you can. They're not talking about an F-boy or a D-boy. We're talking about an actual wealthy man.
They'll just take you home for the night and just.
They won't even do that because you're a numbskull. You are a numbskull. You can't sit down with them in vertigo at the 200th level of the shard. Why? Because you don't know nothing about politics. You think they want you to come and be talking to them about flipping EastEnders? You can't tell them who's the current chancellor. You don't know nothing, you numbskull. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of numbskulls under those weaves. And you can see it, and then you see a battalion of them coming to support them. Yeah, sister! Yeah, sister! Yeah, sister! Because they've got deep voices now. Because
they got deep voices.
They can identify as anything. And it's like, tell yourselves the truth. Anyone can be anything now. It's getting ridiculous. I identify as a billionaire.
Piers Morgan identifies as a penguin.
And
so,
you know,
kudos to him.
Like, tell your friends the truth sometimes. Don't allow them to get into this. Because I've always said this, and you guys think this is reasonable. If women have all these, and this is why I said if you're broke, don't date until you meet these requirements.
Yeah.
If women have all these requirements, and so on and so forth, looking like flipping Kermit the Frog, the way they'll be bellowing these requirements. He must have house, he must have car, he must have money, he must have house. Like coming with bare chest and bare chest bone. Anyway, if you now have all these things, don't you think you should just switch it up? I feel like, maybe you should be a DXP, do some shitting. Do some shitting. That's the reason why people are shitting on people in DXP. Look back at certain things our parents or of their generation blacklisted that effectively have kind of cut us out of certain bags right now. Being deep inside certain bags rather.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that's a fair statement to make? Because say for instance now, when I went to uni in my first year, I was studying, what I wanted to do was video production.
Well, they said, no, you can't. What job will you get from that?
They didn't even say that. That would have been nice. What my dad took to doing every time he saw me was, here comes my son the photographer. Here comes my son the cameraman. Until he got up. Eventually I went to go and read business management. But what I just looked at then is
it sounds better, but it's fucking boring as hell.
Look at Sasa. Look at Daps. Look at all these guys in terms of like just saying the shooting videos or like top way everything that's out. Somebody that was at uni when I was studying video production and already at that time being submerged in the Nigerian culture, you would have been pole position when that industry came up to have been the one. I'm shooting the videos. Before anyone else came.
But they don't see that vision. It's just you gotta be in. You gotta be lawyer. You gotta be doctor.
Everybody is a doctor. Who will be the patient?
You gotta be judge.
So you
police.
Guys now. Okay, Ken.
Snitch.
Your son comes home one day and just says, okay, you know what? I don't want to do school. I want to just and he's a half decent footballer. Let's put that caveat.
Yeah.
And he comes on and says, okay, you know, he's a decent footballer. I don't want to do the education route. I want to go into football, or I want to be doing my football motive. What do you say? How does that conversation go for you?
But like,
and then
go for it, bro. Like that's you. If that's your dream,
just straight out support. No,
go for it. No. I mean, like, obviously you're gonna have the conversation. Are you sure? I mean, I'll probably. I'll ensure that he does both. At least do some sort of education. You have to have some sort of education to fall back on in case you get an injury or something along them lines.
So Yabuj,
yes.
Your daughter comes home. Mommy, I don't want to read my book anymore. I want to be a dancer.
That is a stupid lie. So you just so pillow fejo. You are very stupid. Read that book. You are going to nursing school. You're gonna go and do nursing. What are you gonna do with dancing now? To be doing backup dancer for one decor? What's that rubbish?
Hey, one day still
one decor that you love.
What's that rubbish?
So you won't allow your
daughter? I can't allow it. Dancing.
You can't allow your son to play football.
Football, okay? No, could it work?
I know, but people
are rich from that.
Yes,
so suppose now
because some people start off as a dancer and end up becoming flipping Kim Kardashian, going in 50 businesses, getting people out of jail and shit.
Yeah, could be the
best. You know what I mean? Where did she start on camera?
Yeah, Bush doesn't look impressed.
I don't look. No, I'm not impressed at all.
On camera, doing some
So you don't
not some straight after dark things.
And you think you think that's only our culture, or you think that's everybody?
Well, I think it's African culture because Jamaicans, they don't really used to care of it. They can now say that, yeah, my daughter want to go and do a basketballing, you know, and I'll be looking at them like, what does she want to do with bouncing ball now?
So I wouldn't.
But without the people who are doing these things, the industry wouldn't be there.
That's true.
Yeah,
that
but
is true.
I think we can say that because we're the what's the word? We're the first cut. We're the generation that had to miss it to be able to put the rest on.
Yeah.
So like, as you said, I would be more what you said. However, the education doesn't get to be, because Meg, the stallion,
yeah, she's still doing her shit.
Whatever she does, and she's doing her bachelor's degree, and most of them do go to school and everything.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is let's not. I'm gonna keep it all the way a fucking 100. It's not by force that you read book. If my son is gonna be a certified professional footballer and be on like 400 racks a week, if you don't want to go to school, cool. However, you will go to school up to a certain point, like he said, or private, be home educated. What I mean to say is that I don't believe we should be in this time now where if your child comes to you with a quote-unquote unconventional career path, that we just shut it down. Look at the industries that come out. The richest YouTuber, I believe, is that 8-year-old Ryan.
That just does reviews on the reviews toys.
Do you know how much peas he's making?
Gamers, streamers on Twitch, playing video games,
and making money,
making
all
millions and billions.
Game tournaments,
making
money,
making millions.
Video vixens, making money. DXP, money you don't want to make. But it's
money.
Look at what is this? Okay, look, Yabusha, Abigail, for instance. Look at your thing. You may come on now and say, well, Mum, look, I did these videos, they went viral. Some people have, called me up. They want me to do. I want to go and be doing acting.
Well, you're not going to tell your mum, are you?
My mom. You see, my mom. My mom's Nigerian, but she's British. She's with the shit. She's even sat me down. Okay, cool. The day that video went viral, she sat me down. She was like, "Look, babe, if it's this you want to be doing, let me know. Let me send you to Brit school. Let me do this. Let me do that. At least if it's midwifery you want to do." But I told my mom, okay, I want to do midwifery and be doing this only because things go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just want something
people get bored quickly.
People do get bored quickly. So you need to be coming. You know what I'm saying?
So
but my mom's really supportive of everything I do, to be honest.
So wait, midwifery, that's quite interesting actually.
Yeah.
We didn't actually
I didn't expect that. Yeah, my bad.
Abigail, midwifery. Because just I don't know if it's stereotypical, but I find most black ladies tend to
go for that.
Go into professions for caring people. Yeah, the nurturing side. So I don't know what attracts you? Because I mean, you're playing with fannies all day.
Do you know what it is? I love. Pregnancy is such a beautiful thing. Like, you look at a pregnant woman, like there's an actual human inside of you. I just want to help you. Do you ever get that? Like, you're just like, wow.
No, not really.
Just wants to experience pregnancy without the pain.
I want to make the pregnancy. Come back 9 months and get a kid.
Nurture them. I don't know. It's ever since I was young, Like, I just used to walk up. I've heard stories of me walking up to auntie and be like, "You're having a boy, walk away." They would be like, how do this guy's a winch? This guy's winch. Then they'll have a boy. So it's just that spirit inside of me. Yeah.
She said, So I find that quite interesting actually that you say that, given that professional career, because Yewande from Love Island, she was a biochemist, biophysicist or something like that.
Biochemist,
very
smart
scientist. So I noticed some of her pictures she uploaded this week. Some really cuntish guy, excuse my French, when I wrote something really like, you trained to do that special thing and now you're here just